All right, gentlemen, how are you both? Great to see you.
Great
Great
to
to
see
see you,
thanks.
Greg. Doing well.
Good. And I just have to start off by saying this to both of you. I haven't cheered during a series that I was watching more than I have for this one in a long time. I mean, just with the great action, the story, and just seeing the stuff, it's like, I got to tell you, Alan, there were some parts after certain fight scenes, I'm just going,
Yes.
bravo.
Right. Yeah. I felt the same way. I mean, Lee set us up. He teed us up really well for those fights. They're so vivid in the books. There's a lot to work with. We had an amazing team. Buster Reeves, our fight designer, stunt coordinator. The stunt guys that we worked with were all phenomenal, and wanted to go harder every time. So, I was in good hands, and I think because of the good collaborative nature that we had, it was, we got something good on screen. So I feel the same way. When I watched it all cut together, you never know what you're going to get. And I felt the same way. I enjoyed the fights immensely.
For sure. And Lee, here you are. You're the executive producer of the series, also the author of the book series. Again, bravo on that. This must be like you watching like your child, because obviously you gave birth to him, on paper. And now again to see him. I mean, you've seen him before in movies, but now again to see him this way.
Yeah, it is very like that. And I shared your view. I mean, I'd seen an awful lot of it in rough cut and little bits and pieces, but I sat down with my family on the 4th of February and we watched the whole thing on the big screen with the big sound.
Wow.
And I was saying bravo over and over again. I mean, not just the big things, not just Alan and the big set pieces, but lots and lots of little things. They nailed everything. It was such a depth to it. There was nobody on that show that did not thoroughly deserve to be there. And, I knew from behind the scenes that the newest assistant in the crew was working like crazy and everything showed up. It all was there to see. And so, yeah, bravo in our household was the most overworked word on that night.
Well, that's going to be my quote then if they ask me. Do you have a quote? Bravo. There we go. And you guys will see and you'll go, that's from Greg. That's for sure. And then also, Alan, for you, this had to be kind of like also a dream role. I mean, not only is your guy
sure,
strong, but he's also smart. I mean, this guy is just got everything, just all worked out. So, I mean, that has to be like a double threat.
Yeah, and it's also a lot to live up to. I mean, he's got to be somebody that's on his A game all the time. And it's fun. It's fun to, it's a fun challenge to try and to rise up and match. He's somebody that looms large, and like you said, he's multi-dimensional. He's got the physicality figured out. He's got a great intellect, but he's also got a great sense of humor and a great wit. And I love his sarcasm, and the show itself, I think, takes on a really fun tone because of that part of him. So it's been fun to find all those all those individual characters and who he is.
Right. And then also, Lee, for this, I'm going to give you credit for this part, but any series that has references about the Beatles and also has a Rolling Stone song in the closing credit, you had me. Took me right away.
Well, me too. And that is, I write that stuff, but somebody else has got to actually put it together and take the decision to put those songs in the show. And that was another example. They took it so seriously. They were not going to stint on anything. They did everything properly. And this is what you get when you go with these big, giant, powerful companies. Amazon is the platform, Skydance Television, full of smart people prepared to spend the money and do the right thing.
Nope, that's for sure. And then another character, and Alan, I'll ask you about this. What is it about small towns that just they've got their own life, their own, kind of like strangeness or all like that, as compared to being in a big city? I mean, because that town definitely was its own person.
Right. Yeah. So the first season takes place in Margrave, this idyllic, almost too good to be true, small town, middle America kind of place. And he senses that there's something off about how squeaky clean it is. I think I grew up in small towns, so I'm used to that vibe. I grew up in a town called Niceville. As you pull in, there's flower beds that spell out the city, the city's name.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's very idyllic, but there's also a closeness that people have in a community like that. And there was sort of a distance or anonymity to, to the strangers in the street and Reacher. And it adds for a nice air of mystery. It's kind of an eerie quality. And it's fun. So this is just, it's great TV. There's a lot of mystery there. There's drama, there's romance. Like I said, there's a sense of humor, and there's amazing action. So Margrave, believe it or not, this small town is the cornerstone of some, just the makings of wonderful storytelling and TV. So it was the right place to start.
No, that's for sure. That is for sure. And Lee, it's just amazing because this is like a series that can continue to go on and on and on. And I look forward to seeing it, going on and on and on.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, and I love visiting those small towns too. I grew up in Birmingham, England, which is Britain's version of Detroit, essentially, the auto city, and a big, rough, tough, diverse population. And I love getting out to those small towns, where one every 30 or 40 miles down the road, and you see it's kind of the same, but everyone is different. And you get the feeling that they all have secrets and they all have something is going on. And so, yeah, the scope is infinite, and there are a lot of books, obviously. So hopefully we can visit a lot of different places.
That's for sure. Well, I look forward to it. Alan and Lee, thank you both very, very much for your time. Again, really enjoyed. And Lee, gonna have to get you a Detroit shirt then, since we've got that,
Yeah.
And Alan, we'll get you one too. So
I'll take it.
all set. All right. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Got it. Take care.